Sorry, I zoned out for a second. Oh my gosh, I am going insane! I am becoming a psychotic person. Hi. I'm going to show you the best and the worst brands to resell in 2021. But first, please be sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, please don't forget to check out my shop, okep.com. Okep will have really cute info clothing that you will absolutely love! So if you want to be the first to the gold, be sure to check that out. The link is in the description. Now for the comment of the day. The apple falls close to the tree. Then I will be underneath it because I am so hungry right now. My stomach is growling. You know how you're in class, like in school, and it's so quiet because you're taking a test or something, and your stomach just growls and everyone looks at you? That was today. Now let's get into it. Now, all the difficulties of thrifting, in my experience, have all come from brands. So if you can master brands, you're in control of the thrift store. All of the cheap brands have the cutest, trendiest clothing, but you cannot make a profit off of it. These are all the fast fashion brands like Shein, Romwe, Pretty Little Thing, Charlotte Ross, the Nasty Gal, Fashion Nova, Zara. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. People are actually going through like really tough stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't memorize this list.
One eternity later.
These fashion brands are your worst enemy when it comes to the thrift store because it takes like half of the space. You really want to stay away from fast fashion because you cannot make any profit of it. It's just not worth your time, and it's really bad for the environment anyway. And there's like all this stuff about child labor and everything, so it's just like all kinds of bad. But it's good for the girls that like need another alternative other than thrifting. So there's that. I'm not gonna totally destroy them. But it's not good for resale. So, here's another couple of horrible brands. Forever 21, H&M, and Old Navy. These brands are pretty cheap too, so depending on the quality, you could probably get away with reselling. But in my opinion, it's just not worth bothering your time with it. Throw it out the window. This next brand is kind of surprising, but Eddie Bauer is really tough to sell. Unless it's like a brand new coat, the value just seems to plummet. Thrift stores tend to carry a lot of Eddie Bauer, especially in the men's section, which has had an influence on the value that it holds or doesn't hold, because it's not holding the value. Now, there are some on-the-fence brands that could greatly depend on the quality and the style of the item. With American Eagle, you could actually make some money off the jeans. I see a lot of people selling these jeans for $20 to $30, but the quality would have to be really good. It couldn't be like really worn because you would have to sell it for like $8 to $10, and that's not really worth it, especially if you get it at a consignment store, because you get that at the consignment store for $8, and then you try to sell it, but you can't sell it, so you sell it for $8, and you only get your money back, and you wasted all that time! When it comes to American Eagle tops, though, just don't even bother. It's hard to sell a top for only $7, so it's just save your money. Save your money. Urban Outfitters is exactly the same, and so is Express. It really just depends. Some you can make a profit off of, and some you can't at all. Like, you'll probably lose money. This is the kind of stuff that you just have to look up while you're thrifting to be sure yourself. The next on the fence brand is Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, that's been around. It's made a whole, like, it's gone around. It's gone around. When looking at Calvin Klein, make sure the brand is modern because they have really, really old style clothes that will not make any money because the style is not modern. It's not gonna make you anything. It's just dated and has lost all its value. But if it's something in really good condition, like a Calvin Klein jacket, especially denim, those sell so well. Alright, Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. They're all good reselling brands if you find the right products, right? Because everyone knows these brands. But at the same time, everyone knows these brands. There is so much of it at the thrift store, like kids' hoodies, or worn out pullovers, or a dirty hat. The shoes and good quality hoodies would do just fine. And last but not least for the on-the-fence products is Disney! The same thing that I said about Calvin Klein kind of applies to Disney. There's a lot of outdated stuff that isn't really worth anything anymore. So just make sure the style is modern, it's not worn, and then it will sell really well. So it's really your decision. It's always your decision. Who am I to tell you what to do? But yeah, on the fence brands, you do you, boo. Finally, here are the brands that are worth your while. Of course, the bougie brands like Louis Vuitton would sell big time. You get the big bucks. And if you have, dang girl, set me up. Where are you shopping? Where are you thrifting? But besides that, Anthropologie and Free People both sell really, really well. If you get it off of their website, the stuff is pretty pricey new, and it holds its value so well, and I think it's probably because the style is just so stylish. It's so trendy. It's so modern. It's like, dang, okay? Anthropologie seems to be one of the most popular clothing brands to sell online, especially on Poshmark. And guess why? 'Cause it sells! And of course, the popular thrifting of Levi's. I've seen it all over TikTok, people finding Levi's stuff and freaking out at the thrift store. And they sell really well, along with Lululemon. I have never owned Lululemon. I've never looked into Lululemon. All I know is that it's like an activewear store and it's supposed to be really comfortable. I don't really get the big hype over it, but it sells really well. So, if you can find Lululemon, make sure to buy it. The North Face is another good brand too. This honestly seems to me like one of those brands that will go out of style really soon. So stack up on that and resell it before it does, because dang, the profit is good. Et finalement, Harley Davidson. I personally love this brand and it has really picked up popularity a couple years ago. So right now is the perfect time to sell this brand, whether it's shoes, jackets, purses, whatever. Get it, sell it, and make that money! That is all the brands I have for you today. So if there's a brand that I haven't mentioned today, please be sure to comment down below and I can give you information on the brand or someone else can give you information on the brand. Whatever you need, whatever you want. This is a community here. We are nice to each other. Positive energy vibes. And if you're thrifting and you find an item that has a brand that you've never heard of or seen before, look it up online, try to find out how much it sells new, then go to a reselling site like Poshmark, look up your item, and use the preference of sold to see how much they actually sold for. Then you can see the general idea of what your profit would be. And if you're satisfied, girl, congratulations. And just a disclaimer, even if the item you're looking at has an amazing brand, if it ain't cute, it's not gonna sell. It kind of sucks because you finally find that good brand and then you're like, it's not even cute. It's probably not gonna sell because it's not a modern style, and I feel like people care way more about style than brands. So, but brands are still important, which is why I made this video. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next time.